Alright, boys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about why you aren't making 50k a month yet with OFM. I do want to quickly say I am ill again, so that's probably why I sound a bit weird if I do. But yeah, so there's not a lot of things on the screen, as you can see, but I feel like these are the main three things that you need to keep in mind, when you're trying to scale, once you have your model, all that stuff. So, first thing is not enough testing, like as in, you're sticking to the same marketing, same niches, all of that stuff. So, one thing that I did from my own experience that's a big mistake is, if you have a model that's doing well, she's performing well, you're getting a lot of views, blah, blah, blah. That's obviously great, but at some point you're limited, you're going to limit yourself, and, you sort of want me to scale more, like as much as you want. Like you're going to be stuck with it, like you will stick to the same Reddit, posting, the same Instagram posting, the same niches is what I mean by that. Because of that, you're just going to be sort of stuck making, for example, 10k a month. Whereas if you're testing constantly, right? Let's say you have one Reddit account doing really well, and on the side of that, you try out another niche, you try out more subreddits for the same niche, maybe on another account. All of that stuff. Same with IG. Let's say one niche is doing well. Obviously, you should scale that niche with more accounts, but you should also test out other niches too. And this is something that I think a lot of people forget to do, is once they have, some sort of content working well, they'll just stick to that only, which obviously is good, but in most cases, things do come to an end. Like, things don't always do as good as they did at some point, right? Like, something might work today, it might not work as good next month. So it's always important to always test new things and see what can make you go more and more viral every day. And yeah, I feel like that's probably the most important point in this video. Just doing that by itself will increase your earnings by a lot, most likely. But yeah, next thing is trying to figure it all out by yourself. And this is a mistake that I did when I first started OFM. I did pay someone like 5k just for their course, and that did sort of slow me down because it was a very bad group. And I learned literally nothing from it. But after I did that, I didn't talk to people in any groups, like free groups. I didn't pay for any networking groups or any information, anything like that. And I think that slowed me down a lot. For my first month of OFM, I didn't really achieve anything. I was trying to figure it literally all out by myself, and it didn't help me at all. After that, I started talking to more people, networking with more people, and then I started, sort of learning and, I guess, scaling a lot faster. So if you are, sort of a beginner where you maybe just got your first model, or you're still looking for a model, or, maybe you're only making 1k a month at a firm, it's very important, in my opinion, to, I'm not even saying you have to pay for information, but to at least network with people and find people like around the same level as you or doing a little bit better than you, to see what they're doing to make that money, so that, you can then put that into your agency. And the last thing is trying to do everything by yourself. So it's sort of, I guess, in a way, it sounds similar to what I just mentioned, but what I mean by this one is, doing everything within your agency by yourself, right? So like the marketing, the chatting, everything by yourself. And once again, this is from my own experience. A lot of people do this. Some people might outsource chatting, for example, but then they'll try to do everything else by themselves. And this is a mistake that I made as well, and this is why I got stuck. I literally was stuck on I don't know, under 30k a month for a long time. All because I tried to do everything myself. I was doing Reddit by myself, TikTok by myself, IG by myself. All of these things by myself. In my opinion, to get to 10k a month, you can do completely by yourself. Like, you can literally do everything by yourself, like chatting, all of that stuff. But to get above that, like in my opinion now, to get above 20k a month, you do need a team. The thing I always say is, once you master one platform, let's say you have a model and you started in Reddit, once you master Reddit, you should straight away outsource that, get them to do a lot of accounts. Once they master it, then you can make them the Reddit team leader and get them to then manage your VAs for you. And you can have a massive Reddit team, you know, for all your models with a bunch of accounts, right? And you know, then the same thing for IG. Once you master IG, you can do the same thing. For chatting, obviously, you know, either once you master it, or if you have a chat agency, or you know, you maybe take information from them, you know, however you want to do it. For every little thing, such as like chatting, marketing, like I was saying, you should always have a team for it. Because if you try to do everything by yourself, you will be limiting yourself by a lot. I really mean by a lot. Like once I really put time into scaling my team and building a very good team, that's when I actually saw my agency, you know, 10x, like literally 10x. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions about what I talked about, anything like that, join my Telegram. It'll be in the description. And yeah, see you guys later.